found you, now that I found you.
What's going on, everyone? Nick Kiger here, Kiger Strength. So it is good to be back with another video. Kind of took a little bit of a summer break, you could call it. But today I just want to make not too long of a video, a pretty short video. As you may know, I competed in my first USAPL meet earlier this summer. So prior to this, I've done 3 RPS meets. So this was my first USAPL meet, 4th meet in total. And today I just wanted to kind of discuss my thoughts now that I've competed in the USAPL, my thoughts on it. It's definitely, you know, polar opposite to the RPS. Definitely a lot of differences. And, you know, I haven't competed in any other federations, planning on competing USPA in December, but kind of want to just stick to the USAPL today. All right, so let me first start with the positive. So what I really like about the USAPL and what I find really appealing about it, and that is nothing. So let's move on to the negative. No, I'm just joking. So what I find really appealing about the USAPL is that when you're competing in it, you know you're being held to the highest standards. So you know they have the 2-hour weigh-ins, so it's not, you know, 24-hour weigh-ins, which makes it a lot tougher for people looking to cut weight. Obviously, they're much stricter, you know, they have the very strict equipment standards, but that doesn't really have anything to do with it. You know, they're much stricter on the depth of the squats. You know, you got to keep your heels down on the bench, head down. So basically, when you're competing in the USAPL, you know you're being held to the highest standards that this sport has to offer. And, you know, that's good. That's something that's really appealing to me. And, you know, and whether you think these standards are good, fair, terrible, is a whole nother discussion that I'm not really going to get into today. And you know, I agree with some of them I don't really agree with, but that's a whole different discussion. Bottom line is, you're being held to the highest standards, the most strict standards that powerlifting has to offer. Another thing that's really good is that as a drug-free lifter, this is really, the USAPL, bottom line is, this is really the only federation that you have a chance to be competitive in. And you know, you may say, well, it doesn't mean everyone in the USAPL isn't taking something. The top guys maybe take, well, yeah, okay, fine, you can say that, but the bottom line is that they are much stricter, and I mean, that's really all you can ask for in regards to drug testing. You know, testing often, being strict on that testing, and you know, trying to keep it as clean as possible. And obviously it's never gonna be 100% clean. There are still gonna be people that pass those tests that aren't clean and just manage to get around it. But the bottom line is, you know, as far as drug-free powerlifting, it definitely is the cleanest federation, if you want to say it like that. But that being said, the USAPL, you know, does have a reputation as being Nazis, kind of being those like elitist prick type people. And, you know, that label is, does hold some validity. And I'm not talking about the majority of people who compete USAPL or who are involved in the USAPL, but I'm talking about that minority, that small minority of people that really uphold that reputation of being kind of Nazis or that elitist attitude. And I ran into that a little bit in this past USAPL meet I did. I'm not really going to go into any specifics, name names, but what I will say, like everything, like not just powerlifting, but any sport, any aspect of life, this small minority of people that are like this almost, you know, they always fit the same mold. They've never really achieved anything in the sport or whatever it may be, and you know, they're at the bottom, and they always just, you know, they're the ones who usually have the chip on their shoulder, and you don't usually see that from the top guys. So that was a little unfortunate to see, you know, that part of the USAPL's reputation kind of come out like that and upheld. But unfortunately, stuff like that happens everywhere, not just in powerlifting. And the bottom line is, I'm gonna compete USAPL in the future. I may not compete just strictly USAPL, but I'm not sure yet. It depends on, you know, convenience and all that stuff. But the bottom line is, whether you like it or not, as a natural lifter, if you want to be somewhat competitive in the sport of powerlifting, the USAPL is really your only option. If you want to compete in big events like Raw Nationals, even IPF Worlds, you know, as a drug-free lifter, then, you know, the USAPL is your only option. You're not going to be coming in first place at the Boss of Bosses. As a natural lifter, I hate to break it to you, as insane as those guys are, they are ridiculous, but it's just not realistic. But anyways, it was good to be back. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some insight. I wanted to try to stay as objective as possible, just kind of, because there are things I really like about the USAPL, and there are some negatives. But this won't be my last USAPL meet. Moving forward, I will continue to do them, and I look forward to them. So anyway, hopefully more videos to come soon. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.